oh, pastor just asked me to do a short 5-minute video. It's like they don't realize that's like 5 hours of work.
I did a 3-minute video and it literally took me a whole week, actually. And when people ask me to change it, it's like, it might take me a couple more days. So just give me a sec here. But
With church buildings now closed around the world, it seems as though everyone has been turning to media to connect. But who are the people that are making sure that churches now have options? Who are the creatives creating content to be shared by ministries and church endeavors? With that being asked, who's actually behind this video itself? Robbie is a fellow creative friend of mine who's been doing creative work for quite some time and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, it's definitely different, and it's more fun, actually, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah. I think, at least at the church that I work at, we focus a lot of the physical ministry, but now we're having to focus on the media side of it. And so that's something I actually enjoy. So doing the video work, the audio. So I've been having a blast. So
media is not a foreign thing for Robbie. He does a lot of things on the internet, YouTube, music production, and a multitude of different things. And during this time where his skills are needed now more than ever, Robbie has had his hands full.
Actually, they have been supportive in the past. Well, with this church and other churches, they were kind of supportive, but not as much as now. People have desired to do media, but it was never a priority. And so while I was doing ministry, I was doing all of the physical aspects, right? And they would want media, but they never gave the opportunities or never really emphasized it. So it was a blessing, I guess you could say, but even more so now that we have to do it. So
one of the standard lines I hear a lot of times from creatives is like, oh, pastor just asked me to do a short 5-minute video. It's like they don't realize that's like 5 hours of work, like that's a lot of work that they're asking for. And then once you send them the clip, then they're like, oh, just change this. And it like requires even more hours of work, and it can be kind of frustrating.
Yeah, honestly, I had an experience where I did a 3-minute video and it literally took me a whole week, actually. And when people ask me to change it, it's like, it might take me a couple more days. So just give me a sec here. But it's been frustrating for me when the church doesn't prioritize media in ministry, especially since it could be used for God. And especially since a lot of the younger generations are on media now, especially even in our churches too, Our church has come up with some creative ways in doing ministry. We haven't acted on it yet, but we have talked about some ideas. So instead of doing the regular church services that we normally do, we thought about even combining different churches together. Like for an example, gathering like 3 or 4 pastors, and they can talk about something serious, but they can also talk about something fun, so they can, maybe not this example, but like roast each other, as an example, or I don't know, talk about their favorite foods, their life, whatever. So not so much just always about the Bible, even that's super important, but the opportunity to get to know them as a person, and know the church as a people, The reason why I believe it's important to not only show Bible teaching, but show a personal side of things, is because, well, Jesus, honestly, he mingled with people. He was relational with people. He didn't always preach. That wasn't the only thing he did, but he took time to be with people and talk with them. And so in the same way, especially through video, right, we need to learn how to be relational with the people, and be creative and tactful, of course, in how we do that. That way we can, just connect more with people online.
While there have been a lot of positive outcomes for Robbie when it comes to the virus, there was a moment of fear when Robbie woke up and wasn't sure what to do.
The coronavirus has actually impacted me eternally. My lifestyle hasn't changed too much, but rather because of COVID-19, it's pushed me into the lifestyle that I want. So for an example, it sucks knowing that there's lots of cases and people are dying. But on the other hand, it's been a blessing for me because, one day I woke up with a cough. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my goodness, like, do I have COVID-19? Am I sick? Do I have the symptoms for it? And luckily, it was only a wet cough. It wasn't a dry cough, right? But the reason why that impacted me, because I also questioned myself, like, I asked myself that day, like, did I do what I wanted to do for God today? Or did I do what I wanted to do for God yesterday? Or would I have changed things differently, knowing that I have only a little time left? And so that kind of changed my picture, reminded me, like, to number my days, right? And to really use my days wisely for God, for people, and for myself. And funny thing is, as a result, it pushed me to make another YouTube channel, actually, and and kind of pursue a dream of mine, and that is posting more on YouTube and kind of being educational and also uplifting on YouTube. So
COVID-19 has made Robbie realize what matters most in life, and perhaps even where he wasn't always living up to that. But most of all, it's taught him a few things about his faith.
Some of the things that I learned in my faith during the COVID-19 is my lack of faith. In fact, my lack of desire for Jesus. And the reason why I said it is because I realized that before COVID-19, I was becoming complacent. Even though I was trying to grow in different areas in my life, like, I wasn't really pushing myself to what I believe God wanted me to be. And so, again, coming back to the same experience I had that morning, coughing and asking myself the question, what would I do differently for God? It made me realize, like, wow, I need to make every day count. And so for me, I think it's, again, been a blessing. So use this time to grow your media. Like, this is the opportunity to make a difference and to start something new and something amazing for God. I really believe God can use this for His glory and reach out to people. So I'd say just, take advantage now while this opportunity is here, and show the church the importance and necessity of media. So, and with that in mind, I also have a new YouTube channel, so please check that out. So
subscribe, link below.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Robbie, we can use this time to discover or maybe even rediscover our God-given talents and priorities and purposes in life. We can use this time to analyze and to reflect on our lives and the direction that we're going in and how it actually aligns with what God's plan is for our life. And so the question is for you: what purpose do you want to serve God at this time? What do you want your life to be about? And how can you be a blessing to others?